Hey everybody, Patty Ann here. Hey, I want to show you how to download and install this new lace motif. Lots and lots of people have been asking about this motif, so I think it's terrific that Embrilliance now has it for us. So you go to the link I have down below, and then you're simply going to go scroll all the way down to where it says download. Click on where it says download. And as you'll notice up here, it's downloading the lace motif, at least on my Windows machine, and I'm going to double click on that to open it. Once it's open, notice right here it says extract all. If I do not extract this thing, it will not work for my project or for anything. So you need to extract all. And I leave it to the destination file or folder. I always download mine into the downloads folder with the name it's named, and I always have show extracted files when complete. So I'll say extract. Okay, here they are extracted. There are two things. Notice this one said extract all, that window. This window does not because they've been extracted. The next thing I'm going to do is simply double click on the Sew Bubbles Lace 1. Notice it says it's an embroidery, see if I can move this over for you, installer file. So I'm going to double click on that, and when I do, assuming I have Embrilliance open, which I do down here, it's going to say Sew Bubbles Lace 1 has been installed in blog Sew Bubbles Lace 1. I'll say OK. Okay, in order for me to see my newly installed motif, I did have to restart Embrilliance. So note, 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 if you do not see the shared blog motif that I'm going to show you, it's probably because you need to restart Embrilliance. So to find it now, as I said, you'll need Stitch Artist, so look down below for my link and a code that's available right now. And if the code has expired, always check on my Facebook page because that's where I put the newest code that's available for us. Anyway, come up here to where you're in create mode. And right here, if you highlight this, notice it says motif run. And that's what we want. So I'm going to come over here and grab the circle in this drop down. I'm going to hold down my shift key so I make a perfect circle. If I don't hold down my shift key or if I let go, I can make it an oblong like an egg shape. Hey, maybe you want an egg for Easter. There we go. So I'll make that egg shape. Now I'm going to put a motif on it. So again, I have motif run selected. Then I come down here and I'm going to hit this little plus sign here. That means I'm going to add a motif to this design. So to add the motif, I'm going to click add the plus sign. Right here it says category. Right now I'm in the cross stitch category because that's the last one I used. I'm going to use the drop down menu and come down here, see where it says blog Sew Bubbles Lace 1. I'm going to click on that and look at all these different laces that we have that we can use. So I'll just start with the first one. I'll say OK, hit that, say OK, and that added it right there. Okay, then notice there's this little empty space right here. So what am I going to do? I don't like this space right here. So what I can do is come over here to create mode again, and that allows me to see all the motif properties. By the way, someone wrote to me and said they couldn't see the properties for making their font or their word, their ABC something different. I had to let them know that what was probably wrong was when you come up here to View, Toolbars and Windows, you need to make sure that the Properties window is checked. Otherwise, if it's unchecked, look, you do not see it. So you want to come back up here to View, Toolbars and Windows, Properties window. Okay, so we're back at this motif. Now I'm able to play around with this and get it to look like what I'd like it to look like. I can change the height of these things. I'll go back to what it was, 6.8. Okay, or I can change the width of them. And I can go back. I can change the rotation of them. Go back. But what I want to do today, right now, to try to fix this gap is to change the gap. So I'm going to slowly go, oh, look, right there, that fixed it. 0.8 pretty much fixed that gap. So now it fits on my egg shape just nicely. So I wanted to show you there's so much that you can play around with this. Look at this one that I did right here. I used the same motif, lace 1, but I added something in there. So let's do this again. Here's lace number 1. I went ahead and changed the gap. And I noticed that 0.8 kind of worked before. Let's see if I can make this 8. Okay, there we go, 0.8. And now, how did I put those little things in there? Well, if you come back over here to motif, and if you don't see it, make sure you go to motif run. You come back over here to motif and you go to the plus sign and you can add something. This time in the category, I went to knots and I decided to use the candle wick knot. So I clicked on that and said, okay. And look what it did. It automatically put the candle wicking in there. Now I might have to change the gap again. Whoop, a little too much. Here we go. And now when it stitches out, check this out when I do the stitch simulator. It's going to do like that. Isn't that cool? I just love it. Okay, one more thing you might need to be aware of. Let's go to one more page and come to create mode, and I'm going to get a rectangle. And I'm going to add a lace motif to this. So I need to come in create mode, go to motif run, and I already had my lace motif set to lace number 4. And look what happens on lace number 4. It's really kind of messed up. So I need to mess with the gap a little bit and see if that helps. And if I can get satisfied with just messing with the gap, that's good, but I don't really like that. Well, that's better. Depends on how picky I want to be. If that's good enough for me, that's good enough for me. I can change this again and again until I get something that I really like. Okay, let's pretend I like that. Now, but if I don't like that, what I can do, so I'm just going to start again. I'm going to draw with points. So I'm just going to draw with points and end. Then I'm going to come and get another line segment. End. Another line segment. End. And the final line segment. Start here and go up to here. Whoops. Start here, go up here, end. Okay, so now I have this thing drawn out, a rectangle, right? So now let's see what I can do. If I do these one by one, let's make this bigger, and try to have them very close to each other. The ends. Okay, that looks pretty good. So I'll do this first one. I'm going to change it into a motif. I'll add a motif and I'll add lace. Okay. Okay, that didn't work out very well, so I'm going to mess with the gap. And I could also change the width so I can have more of them in there. Now that I have 3, I can change the gap again. Okay, there, that's pretty good. Okay. So there's that. Now the second one, I can also put the same motif on there. There we go, that's pretty good. Can move it down a little bit, like that, like that. The third one, I can actually just copy this one. Edit, copy, edit, paste, and I'm going to bring it down here. And I'm going to get out of create mode, and I'm going to flip it vertically like that. And then the fourth one, I can do the same with this. I can copy, edit, copy, edit, paste, and bring it over here. Get this and move it to the edge. Okay, and there is my rectangle done like that. So you can draw with points and do your rectangle like that because you can kind of get a much cleaner looking item. Well, let's look at the stitch simulator. Wow, so much better. One more thing, this time a heart. I'm going to come up here to the library, Embrilliance Outlines, and go to hearts. And depending on which heart I choose, I can make it easier for myself. This one doesn't have as sharp a inside curve, I guess. I'm going to take this one. I'm going to make it larger so you can see it. And I actually think I'll duplicate it. So I'll do Control Copy and Control V for paste, Control C and Control V. This first one I'm going to leave as it is. And I'm going to come up here to create mode and add a motif. Okay, I've already done this one once, so it turned out pretty darn good because look, I have the gap at 1.8, the height, and so on. Let's try this one and do a different motif. Come up here to Motif Run, and I'm going to get rid of this motif, and remember you just hit the minus button. I'm going to add a motif, and let's do lace number 8. Okay, so there's lace number 8, and it doesn't look too bad except for right up here looks a little bit bad, and right down here at the bottom, whoopsie, at the bottom you'll see that it doesn't come together exactly how I'd like. So here's what I would do in this case. I would, darn, I don't know, I keep doing that. I would take this heart, let's get rid of the top one, delete. Take this heart, I would come to the stitch simulator and start simulating this part. Now Lisa's that she did had a little bit of funkiness right there, but let's see if we end it right here. And I'm going to put a stop. I'm going to change its color. So what I'm going to do then is I'm actually going to delete this one, I think. No, I'll just hide it. Lock and hide. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one, I'm going to go to Edit, Copy, Edit, Paste. So we have a second one now. And I'm going to get out of Create mode because I'm going to flip it. Oops, I got to select it first and flip it and see what happens now. Can I get anything better? Actually, that's pretty darn good. Okay. I like that pretty well. And I suppose if I wanted to, I wonder if I could grab one more of these little motifs out of here. by using the stitch simulator. Let's see. If I come up here and right there, oopsie, go back. I'm going to hit stop, and I'm going to make that a different color. And so I'm going to grab this one. I'm going to copy and paste it. Control C, Control V. There, it's copied and pasted. And now I'm going to make, let's see, I think I'll change this color of this one to the same color as before, which I think was this. So this, that, okay. All right, so there's that. I'll move it right back into place. Then I'm going to take this one and I'm going to rotate it. Do I want it that way? I needed to turn off or uncheck ghost mode so that every time I did something, my background, other pieces, the ones that weren't selected, didn't turn so light colored like a ghost. So to do that, I went to View and unchecked Ghost Mode. No, I think I want to rotate it this way. Okay, but what I want to do is I want to get rid of that extra bit of line there. So I wonder if I can do the points and I can get rid of this. Let me drag this guy back out. And I'm trying to get rid of the points of this. So now, if I move this guy back up in there, and maybe twirl it just a little bit more. Okay, let's see. Well, wait, maybe just a little bit more. Okay, so as you can see, you can putz with this and get it to look just like you'd like it to look. So let's scroll out now and see. Is that better? Oh my gosh, yes. So now what I would do is I would just go ahead and change all of this to one color. And there it is. And there is my heart. And I think that turned out really cool. So that's how easy it is or difficult to use the motif run. It's a lot of fun to play with. And by the way, if you have Stitch Artist Level 3, I think it is, you can make your own motifs. The other thing I could have done was I could have changed and made each one of these pieces a different color. I could have made each piece a different motif. Especially I could have done that in the rectangle that I worked on. So anyway, thanks so much for joining me. If you are in the market to buy something, please use my links down below. It sure does help me. And also make sure that you comment, like, subscribe. I'm almost to 70,000 subscribers, y'all. I'm so excited. So thanks again. Bye for now.